Our first guest writes, produces, and stars in blockbuster films like This Is the End and Neighbors. He's truly one of the most talented guys in Hollywood. Please welcome back to the show, Seth Rogen. I had to scratch your face.
Scratch it. Yes, it's all yours. Yeah.
Hey, congratulations on your wedding anniversary.
Thank you very much. That was it. Yeah.
What number is this?
It was our 4th anniversary.
4 is the diamond anniversary.
Oh.
I don't know if you know that.
Well, how did you celebrate?
My wife went to a bachelorette party and
Cool.
probably, saw a lot of naked men much more attractive than myself. But then she came home to me, so that's all that matters.
So it
was lovely.
All fired up, right?
All fired. That's what they do. Hey, I outsource the work,
I've never quite looked at it like that.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's good.
Were you two together a long time before you got married, or was it like a whirlwind?
We've been together almost 11 years.
No
so, I waited a really long time before I proposed. Yeah, my wife started to actively hate me, and so I realized I should ask her to marry me.
Seal the deal.
Exactly, before she just, kills me in my sleep or something like that. But she didn't.
You have a big bash planned for next week, is that right?
Yes, we're throwing James Franco a bar mitzvah.
May I please ask why you're doing that?
We're doing it for charity. Me and my wife started a charity called Hilarity for Charity that fights Alzheimer's disease. And every year we do an event. Come on. That's why I do it. I do it for the claps.
Let me ask you a question. Is there a place, like, if people wanted to learn about how they can make a donation to go to? Is it
go to hilarityforcharity.org and see how you can get involved.
Nice.
But Franco's always wanted a bar mitzvah ever since I've known him, and so we're throwing him one.
Is he Jewish?
He is Jewish. His mother's Jewish. Yeah.
No kidding.
But he never had one. So you're going to make it happen.
We're going to make it happen. Yeah. I wanted to circumcise him, but we're not.
That was my next question. I was like, is he? I didn't want to go there.
We'll see next year. Next year.
That opportunity for charity.
And we have a picture of you from your bar mitzvah, by the way. Looking dapper, man. The vest working.
The vest, the button all the way up. Yeah, I look like I'm in a boy band, kind of. Yeah.
Was that about the time you started writing with your buddy Evan Goldberg?
It is, yeah. It was around that time we started writing Superbad. There's us. We met in bar mitzvah class, actually, when we were 12 years old, and we took karate together at the local Jewish community center, where we would be pit against each other to fight one another.
So tell me, how did that go?
It went okay. It's weird to be forced to fight your friends in some sort of organized Jewish setting. It's not what it's not what you'd expect. It was rough karate. I slowly realized that we were like the bad guys from the Karate Kid. Like we were like the ones.
Kai?
We were Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Sweep the leg.
We would sweep the leg. We literally would sweep the leg. Yeah.
And Neighbors is one of your biggest hits. Love the movie.
Thank you.
And you're shooting, or you've already wrapped the sequel?
I'm in the middle of shooting the sequel right now.
Are there going to be, and for all the ladies out there, any shirtless scenes?
There is going to be many shirtless scenes, both of me and Zac Efron, which is fantastic.
Yeah, rip it off.
Don't make us wait.
I have to. It sucks. Like, I never thought I'd have a job where I have to stand shirtless beside Zac Efron, like on a day-to-day basis, and it might be the most demoralizing thing you could ever be asked to do. It looks like we look like a very drastic before and after picture.
No, you look great. You look great. We have to take a commercial break, though. Okay. We're going to come back. We're going to find out about playing and meeting the real Steve Wozniak when we return. So stick around.
watched the movie Steve Jobs, and
Yes.
and you, who's the founder of Apple, and you played the co-founder, Steve Wozniak.
Yes.
And now, was he around during filming? Did you get a chance to meet him?
He wasn't around while we were actually filming, but there was a rehearsal period where he came and spoke to the cast, and then I personally went out and spent hours and hours and hours just hanging out with him.
So what's he like? I mean, we had him here for when he was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
But we couldn't, you know, you can't really gauge what a person's like when they're covered in glitter.
That's how I am at my most Seth. He's an amazing guy. He's very intelligent and has a technical, I mean, he invented like personal computers. Like it was his idea that like a computer was a thing that if the guy who invented computers hated me.
Is he a fan of your other films, though?
He had seen Neighbors, I think, was the only other thing he had seen. Exactly. So, based on that, he was like, "This is the guy." Yeah.
And what did you learn hanging out with him and researching for this film and filming it about his relationship with Steve Jobs?
They actually had a very good personal relationship with one another. And in the movie, there's a lot of conflict between the characters, but in real life, him and Jobs, I mean, they grew up together. They were friends since they were like 12 years old, kind of like me and Evan.
Yeah.
And so they actually personally never had much conflict. They were kind of like behind the scenes issues they had with one another.
Right.
But he said that they never directly had any issues with one another.
I bet your relationship probably helped portray this relationship of a friendship that started at childhood and where great success came from. Don't you think? Maybe your relationship with Evan?
Maybe. These guys are way more successful.
In a much less
intelligent and good way. Yeah.
We're gonna take a look at it. See, in this scene, Steve Wozniak has a question for Steve Jobs. Let's take a look at Seth Rogen in Steve Jobs.
I built the circuit board. The graphical interface was stolen from Xerox PARC. Jeff Raskin was the leader of the Mac team before you threw him off his own project. Everything, someone else designed the box. So how come 10 times in a day, I read Steve Jobs as a genius? What do you do?
I play the orchestra.
Wow.
That's what he does.
Wow. That's really incredible.
It's a good answer.
Yeah, it's a great answer. It's a great performance. Steve Jobs opens in New York and Los Angeles on Friday. Nationwide, October 23rd.